it's not about being the best you can be one day, twice a year. I want to get back to what made me love this sport. You know, having to be protocoled up and pancaked up, I'm pulling Todd Hutchings. And I chose Todd Hutchings. I expect Todd Hutchings to just finished 500 reps, 15 minutes. Time for some breach. I don't know where the scoop's at, so we just...
Guess?
That sounds like a good serving.
That looked like it was way too much.
It might have been, but that's way too much. Highest state of readiness. I hate the way it feels to lose.
What do you want from arm wrestling right now?
In the current trend of arm wrestling, everybody has these big matches that they have to peak for, and then they have to taper for, and they got to be the best version they could possibly be on this day. And as cool as that is, and as cool as it is for you fans to see that, I want to get back to what made me love this sport. And that's getting a flyer in the mail or seeing a tournament posted and say, I want to go to that tournament. That's getting back out there and being a road warrior. It's getting back there and hitting every tournament, going to nationals, going to internationals, going to the Apricot Festival. What the hell, I don't care. Keystone States. If you got a cool ass trophy, count me in. I miss that, dude. I miss that part of the sport. And you know, having to be protocoled up and pancaked up to peak for this one day. Man, it's not about being the best you can be one day, twice a year. It's going out and being the best you can be a week or two apart and then doing it again. I love what John Brzezink's doing. I love what Todd Hutchings is doing. Man, that's what I was thinking about doing here at the Monster Factory, just having an event and just, I'll pull somebody every month. But I don't know, man, it's just, you go through phases. I'm 49 years old. Rebecca and I are going through a transformation right now. I'm in phenomenal shape, phenomenal condition. I believe my arm wrestling's on par with that. I just want to get out and compete, man. I miss pulling. I miss competition. But maybe after watching Devon Larratt, I want to crack at world #1 again. I'm not in the same place I was a year ago. I didn't have the best performance against Devon. Whatever that is on that day was not my day. I come back home less than 6 weeks later, I have a horrible case of COVID. I get nerve damage in my right arm, in my right hand. I lose my pronation, I lose my riser. I was still having breathing problems from COVID 6 months later. I'm not back yet. I'm not to the level that I was at. And I don't even know if that level prior to Devon would have been enough to take on someone like Levan. So what would that climb look like? What I can guarantee it doesn't look like is a whole bunch of pancakes. I'm never gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be the guy that throws my caution to the wind, doesn't care about my health, doesn't care about being here for years to come with my family, just to try to go claim something like world #1 in arm wrestling. I've been in this sport for 32 years. I've held a world title every year since 2008. I've won the world championship of every major league. Now that there is East versus West and there is going to be a belt, there's going to be a trophy, I feel like I kind of have to go after that one. You know, I haven't won King of the Table. Currently, Levan holds the legacy hammer. Do I have it in me? I don't know. It's tempting. It's tempting. It's just not going to be. It's going to be a healthy climb to the top if I choose. If I choose to make that effort. If I choose to make that run. If I choose to make that a priority in my life. It will be done through proper nutrition, training, proper supplementation, rest, recovery. And it still may not be enough. Because look what Levan just did to Devon. And that wasn't a Devon Larratt that we had seen before. That was probably the best Devon Larratt of all time. So, is it possible? Anything's possible. I'm not sure how likely it is. But it's definitely possible.
Why do you train in that manner? What brought that about?
I get suggested that I should switch how I train. And that shit just pisses me off. I've won 23 world titles and 36 national titles. I've been doing this for 32 years. I think I know how my body needs to be trained. But I am going back to powerlifting. I've been doing that for the last 3.5 months and I've made huge gains on everything except my bench went up about 40, 50 pounds and I had a shoulder injury. And you'll see in that workout I just did, I had to do some light rehab shoulder stuff. But the reason I've always done the last decade plus high volume circuits is because arm wrestling did kind of transition into single format, one-on-one, pro format arm wrestling, super match style, right? And I've always had the belief that I could go 100% of my maximum effort for up to 10 minutes because I trained that way. So all I had to do was get the stop. If I got the stop, I had to out arm wrestle my opponent, or they had to out arm wrestle me. And I was always very confident in my ability to do that. Things have changed a lot lately. My matches people haven't been flashing me. They've been pinning me after the match stopped. You know, some of that is because I lost some access to my pronation, my rods, or maybe some of my confidence, I don't know. But I train high volume because arm wrestling is not just about muscle strength, it's about tendon strength as well. And you have to condition those tendons and ligaments, and you do that through volume. Now, I went undefeated for several years. Had a very good run a couple times in my career. From 2011 to 2014, I won every single super match I did. 3-0, 6-0, 5-0, whatever it was, I won every single round. And then again, 17, 18, 19 in WAL, I had a very good run. When I was doing that through increasing high volume circuits. Keeping the same amount of time, increasing the weight each session.
You can have sound on that,
I changed things up a little bit and then went through all the stuff I was telling you about earlier and, you know, just kind of lost my way a bit. But I'm happy to say that I'm enjoying training again. I feel good, I feel fit, and I'm excited about what the future holds. This is no belt, no straps, no nothing. I mean, no chalk. Is arm wrestling life to me? Like, is it the most important thing to me? It is not. I don't believe it ever has been. I love arm wrestling. I've clearly dedicated my life to the sport, meaning the majority of my time is spent training, preparing to excel at this chosen sport of mine, this underground sport. But is it the most important thing in the world to me? No. My family's way more important. My health is way more important. But I'm a competitor, and I love how it feels to compete. I hate how it feels to lose. I love how it feels to compete. And up until recently, I had completely forgot how it felt to lose. It wasn't something I experienced very often. And I forgot that in every match, there's a winner and there's a loser. I just had not been that loser in so long that it was a very unusual place for me to be. And the fact that I've lived with those experiences recently it's changed me a bit. Like, has it changed me in a way that has been a positive? Like, oh, I'm never gonna feel that way again? Well, you can never say never, because clearly you win some, you lose some, right? But I do believe I have a greater respect for what it is to lose now. And I still hate it. July 9th, Monster Factory 2, I'm pulling Todd Hutchings. And I chose Todd Hutchings. Todd is doing really well. Like I said, I like what him and John are doing, taking on matches every month and just having fun and getting out there and getting those paydays. But yeah, I knew Todd wanted a match with me. He had stated that he wanted a match with me. He came down and trained with me getting ready for Devon. It was a lot of fun to pull with him. I'm sure we both learned some lanes that might be available. Of course, we might both be trying to close those lanes now, since we know we have an official match, close the lanes for the opponents. Saw a video about him trying to train to stop my shoulder press. Todd Hutchings. He's the giant killer. Like, he was the one beating David Randall and Cleve Dean back in 2005 at 200 pounds, and these guys were legends in the sport, and he's the one that got the pin on John Inc. at the Ultimate Las Vegas. And since then, he's just went on to do amazing things. He's a legend of arm wrestling. So this match with Todd is important. There's a lot on the line. I've not had the best last 3 outings. Todd has had very good recent outings, but I think I can expose him. I think I'm strong enough everywhere for me to win the match.
What do you need to happen on competition day?
Nothing really. I just need to be me. I just need to be confident. I just need to believe in what I'm capable of, because I know what I'm capable of. Todd Hutchings is a great arm wrestler, but he's by far nowhere near the best guy I've ever faced. I've faced the very best this sport has had to offer, and I've gotten pins on the best guys this sport's ever seen. I mean, I haven't pulled the likes of Levan and Vitaly, those guys, but prior to this new generation of arm wrestling, I've pulled the best guys all around the world. And Todd's frame, for me, I don't believe is big enough. And when I say frame big enough, I mean his levers, his height, to do the things that are necessary to beat me multiple rounds. Could he get a lucky win on? Could he get 1 or 2 rounds? Anything's possible. I just find it highly unlikely that Todd Hutchings can beat me 3 times before I beat him 3 times. I expect Todd Hutchings to try really, really hard to win. And I expect him to fail. What does Todd Hutchings expect from me? I think he thinks he thinks that my shoulder press is what I believe is my best option, because he had no counter for it. I believe he expects me to King's move. I believe he expects me to quit. He's wrong.